Now, I already told you people. First one's free. Then what I say? I said I will shut that shit down. No exceptions. Now, I don't know what kind of lying assholes you've been dealing with. But I'm a man of my word. First impressions are important. I need you to know me. So, back to it.
Okay, we're back with this how white folks got so rich lesson. Okay. In case you haven't, in case this is the first video that you've seen, if this is the first video you've seen by me, the whole purpose of these videos is to prove to white people, those who are racist and those who claim not to be. The whole purpose of these videos is to prove to them that white supremacy and white privilege do exist. Okay? They are hand in hand in our society right now as we speak, and since they've been over here in this country. Okay? Another reason for these videos is to prove to white people that everyone cannot pull themselves up by their own bootstrap. If this country is supposedly called the United States, why are we so divided? And why does one man have to pull himself up by his own bootstrap? Why can't we work together as a united common unity? This illusion, these claims that white people love to make about this country being free, about this country being united, it's not true. It's not real. It is an illusion. And they are trying to sell us the dream. And like they said, someone I can't remember who it was said this, that Dr. King was not killed because he had a dream. Matter of fact, his dream is what the white man was selling. Even with the lynchings and the killing of dogs and all of that, the dream that Dr. King had is what they were pushing. It from the Constitution, from America's very beginning. All men are created equal. Who were they talking about? Who were they talking about in the Constitution? Because they sure weren't talking about us. There was no intentions for us to read it. But it was a weapon that was created beforehand, that was used at its proper time. Dr. King, I respect my elders. I respect my ancestors. But at that point in time when Dr. King gave that speech, was blind. He did not know what he was saying, and he was making the people docile. He became the most popular out of he and Malcolm X. So I just wanted to, if you are new to this channel, I just had to, let you guys know, what I'm all about, what these videos right here are all about. All of these videos with this fat ass white guy on the front is specifically for white people. Black people, I'd rather black people watch my Debating White People 101 series. I've just made a playlist of those. I have some more coming. And matter of fact, I'm gonna be doing a book on how to debate white people and coons. Okay, because these coons actually present better arguments than white people do. Okay, mostly conservative blacks. But let's get off into it. This part is not long; it's one page. So let's get into it. Unemployment insurance. It was for white people only. Unemployment insurance, created by Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1935, which gives workers a sustaining income bridge between jobs, was based on standards set by the Social Security program and thus did not apply to domestic workers or farmers, the vast majority of whom were black and Latino. Local rather than federal administrators of the program effectively applied their customary racism to exclude all other qualified blacks and Latino workers. Low-wage workers have been left out of the unemployment insurance program because of rules that disproportionately deny benefits to them. They are 44% less likely than higher wage workers to receive benefits. And black and Latino workers are about 25% less likely than white workers to receive unemployment benefits. Despite far more joblessness, let me read that again. Despite far more joblessness, blacks still receive unemployment benefits at much lower rates than whites. And it's just like with food stamps. I believe we talked about that in the last video, or we're going to talk about that in a later video. And I believe it's going to be a later video that we talk about the whole food stamp thing. Welfare. We're going to be talking about welfare in a later video. This further drains the resources of black families and serves to force blacks who have no safety net as whites do to stay on jobs no matter how bad the pay or the conditions. Okay. So, and I want to touch bases on this last paragraph, where it says, blacks who have no safety net as whites do. White people will tend to tell us that there are other blacks, who have a safety net. There are blacks who pulled themselves up by their own bootstrap and made it. There are black families who are wealthy, generations wealthy, right? But these black people do not speak for us. They are actually the exception to the rule. The rule. What's the rule? The rule is blacks stay wherever the hell we put them. Okay? They tried everything that they could to try to bring us back to the plantation or kill us. Those are the only places where they want us. And until then, we stay confined wherever we are, killing ourselves. That's the society that we live in now. Whenever you try to find a white community, or let's say a better community to live in, those communities are surrounded by gates and packed with white people. We are left out here in what they would call the concrete jungle. Peace to Brother Polite. I know that he got his thing going on right now, but I understood exactly what he meant when he said animals. It was two-sided. He was being mean. He was being condescending, but at the same time, it's what we are viewed as. We are viewed as animals to the system, and we are out here in the jungle. Some of us are not just in the jungle. Some of us in the zoo. Okay. And that would be the coons, sellouts, and toms. Okay, and not necessarily with the state of society itself, like the community itself or the neighborhoods themselves, but the mindset. It's the mindset. Some of us are in the jungle. We have a jungle type mindset, and some of us have a zoo type mindset. Hell, this right here makes me want to go look at Madagascar again and see if they hid some shit in there. And I believe they probably did. But out here in this jungle, we, they've already, put it like this, they've already set the things that we're doing to each other. It was something that was set in motion. They no longer have to put their hands on us. They no longer have to whisper in our ear and tell us how to deceive our brother, how to kill our brother, and how to mistreat our women. They don't have to tell us that anymore. The entertainment industry only reinforces what was already taught. So this is why you have Lil Dicky and Designer and this other rapper in the freshman class of 2016 or 15, I believe it was, where the white boy Lil Dicky had the best rhymes out of. Well, some whoever likes Designer will say Designer had the best rhymes, right? But those lyrics that we used to spit, those lyrics that we used to put on tracks, back when hip hop was in its evolutionary stages, and the rhymes that you heard were like battle type rhymes, or not more so battle type rhymes, but rhymes that made you think, rhymes that said, "Oh, this man's got some substance." That's where I'm looking for, substance within the rhymes, right? And the media, they're pushing that agenda. They're pushing black people to reinforce what was already set in motion. Okay. I'm saying all this to make the point that when white people tell us that tell us about the blacks who have a safety net, who tell us about the blacks who pulled themselves up out of their own bootstrap and created generational wealth within their black family, they don't speak for us, because they are the exception to the rule. Okay? You can't tell a black person who is in a weakened state. Let me put it like this: if you're fighting and you're losing. You're psychologically defeated and you're physically defeated. And someone comes to you and tell you, you better get you some strength from somewhere or you finna die. That works for some. Okay? The spirit wants to fight, but the flesh is already defeated. The flesh is already defeated. And that's what we have here in these communities. We have defeated black people who were forced into these positions. And now they have the entertainment industry saying that this is the only way that you can make it. This is the only way that you can make it out of the ghetto. This is the only way that you can make it out of the hood. So when you point to athletes, when you point to music artists, when you point to talk show hosts, when you talk to those people, you're not pointing me in any direction of a business tycoon. You're not pointing me to any of them. You're only pointing me to entertainers. As though you're saying, pull yourself up by your own entertainment bootstrap. You see, a lot of you white people are full of shit. And whenever we debate you, you try to make it like we're stupid. You try to make it like we don't know what we're talking about. See, that's the whole purpose of these videos, is to prove to your ass that we do have proof. We have evidence, documents that your ancestors wrote, documentation that your favored scholars have written. Sometimes reading these, I get a little egotistical. Sometimes I just get a little pissed off because a lot of these white people, they may live in the same city, but they've never lived in the neighborhoods that we live in. They vacation in our neighborhoods. They take trips. They take trips to our neighborhoods. They sit their kids in the back seats and ride through our neighborhoods and tell their kids, you never want to live in a neighborhood like this. These people want to live here. But why? Why do these people want to live here? See, I understand why Polite does that with his girls. But why the white person does it is a totally different meaning. It's teaching us to hate. He's teaching his children to hate us. He's teaching his children to despise us. And whenever they come into contact with us, they already have a preconceived notion of what we are about. This is why when we do spectacular and out of the norm things that they perceive as out of the norm, they're surprised. They're confused. They don't know how to take it in. And this is part of the reason why they point to athletes and say LeBron made it, Emmitt Smith made it, Jay-Z made it, Lil Wayne made it. All of these people, and these are only entertainers, athletes. That's all. In a way, no, not in a way. You're being racist when you point to those people and tell me that they made it. You never point me in the direction of a black person who is a business tycoon. Like, he started a business. Not somebody who his whole life was business. You're not pointing me in the direction of that black person. You're not pointing me to the black Bill Gates. Man. You create the stereotype. You create the stereotype, and you teach society to be afraid of it.
Still there? I don't know. It seems like you're trying to speak, but you just took a hell of a hit. I just popped your skull so hard, your eyeball just popped out. And it is gross as shit. God, I'll find you. Oh, hell. I can see this is hard on you guys. I am sorry. I truly am. But I did say it. No exceptions.
And last thing that I want to say, or the last thing that I need to add to this video, is the next portion that we'll be going over. If you're a black person who's watching this video for the first time, I need you to get this book, How White Folks Got So Rich. A lot of these portions I don't read the entire sections. I want you to get these books. With this book, I'm going to be doing other books as well, but I want you to get this book in particular, because this book is a gateway to other books, like Dr. Claude Anderson, and I call my elders fathers and mothers, because that is what they are in spirit to us as a black community. Okay, but Father Claude Anderson is an awesome black intellectual scholar concerning economics and black nationalism. In my opinion, black nationalism. I don't know if he ever said that out of his own mouth, but black nationalism, black economics is what we as black people need more than religion. We need it more than politics. Black economics and black nationalism is what leads us to those things. Okay. So with with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.